Good morning, welcome to David's live feed from the potting shed on Easter Sunday, the 5th of April. And we're here today in the bright sun, and I don't know whether you saw there, the pigeons were enjoying the bird food on the dovecot. It's been a very windy night. Quite a storm outside last night and plants were everywhere, so I've been rushing around getting things ready. I just need to have a little bit of a break with a coffee. Morning Angela, morning Susan, hope you're all well. Morning John, morning Paul. Right, lots to get through today. Happy Easter Sunday to you all. Hope you have a lovely day. Well, first thing is to say yesterday, a friend in the village, morning Sally, Paul Bird, kindly gave me some pampas plants. Not pampas cut stems, but actual plants. He divided up one of his plants into sections like this, and I'm basically just going to pot them up and bring them on for the stool. So I'm using reused compost here. I'm just putting them in this large sort of 9-inch pot, and I'll get them established, and then they'll go out on the stool. I think they'll probably be £5 each. I think that's a good price for a pampas plant. He sent me photos of what it looked like in the summer last year, so you'll all be able to see what type it is. Don't know its exact type, but it's going to be a lovely plant. So that's all we do, and I shall water that outside in the garden and get it established, get it nicely established with its roots. So I see them coming out the bottom of the pot, and they'll be on the stool. So thank you, Paul. Good morning, Karen. Good morning, Ali. Hope you're all well. So that's going to go on the stool. I've got one more to do here. I'll just do it quickly while we're talking. Gosh, wasn't it windy last night? I hope you all survived the wind. And quite a panic on the stool yesterday afternoon. The whole of the trolley was turned upside down on the drive, including all the walnuts everywhere. I need to address that. It blew the grass off the stool as well. So I need to tack that down with roofing nails. That's another job to do later. But at least this morning it's okay. There you go. There's another one. Pampas. Morning Ray. Hope you're well. Morning Sharon. Hope you're well, everyone. Right. Yes. Happy Easter. Happy Easter, everyone. So that's that. Another little job I've got. Someone else in the village, Dave Cullum, kindly gave me a lot of strawberry plants. I need to sort them out, but I'm just going to pot them up in these plants. Again, we don't know what variety they are, but they're established plants. Look at the roots on that. Look, you can see they're starting to spring into growth. It doesn't look a lot now, but once it gets growing in the pot, it'll be fine. So just bury that into the pot like that. There's no science here. You just put it in the compost, get it going. There you go, strawberry. I've got quite a few of those to do. He sent me a bag for you. Some are quite big. They're going to be difficult getting this size pot, David. You're going to have to use a different size pot. Let's use this recycled compost. There you go. Another strawberry plant. With strawberry plants, I mean, what Dave's done here is he's dug up a plant and divided it, but the best way to get strawberry plants to go, really, to get them going, is to grow the runners. The plants develop runners, and you can let's get another pot, and you can put the runner, just wire it down into the soil, and it will get established with roots, and you cut it off, and then you've got a new plant, and you know it's going to be the same as the original plant because of the way it's been sort of propagated. But there you go. So that's strawberry plants. Don't look a lot now, but once that's watered and established and starts growing, that'll be a lovely plant. There you go. So we've got pampas, we've got strawberries. What else have we got this morning? Well, I've had my delivery day before yesterday from Farmer Gracie of the new dahlias. Now in terms of them, I've got 10 different varieties, 6 of each. David didn't plan this very well because he's put the box under it and he can't get it out. It's underneath it. It's all very well organised under the worktop here now, and I've even put a tubular heater, so I've got heat where my feet are. It's lovely. This is how they arrive from the Netherlands in a big box like this, and they come with their instructions, and that's a nice one, isn't it? It's called Pure Happiness. I think we'll start with that one. You can see I haven't looked at these at all. Let's pick another variety. We just do a couple this morning. Rembrandt and Pure Happiness. Don't ask me what colours they are. I will look it up, and I will do a label in the same way that I did last year. So when they go on the stall later this year, I'm looking for my label and I can't find it. It's all about the planning, David. It's all about the planning. Yes, I can hear you all shouting all about the planning. There it is. Right. If you remember last year, I did a label like this showing all the varieties on the stall. Morning Fiona, morning Sheila, hope you're both well. You can see last year they were £4. The tubers have gone up in price. Everything's going up in price, isn't it? So they're going to be £5 this year, but I should do that, and we'll have all the 10 different varieties, and there'll be 6 of each on the stall for you to come along. It's going to be in a couple of months' time when they're growing properly. But just to show you, just get rid of that. I need that actually, don't I? Need that recycling. Right, just to show you what happens. There's things everywhere, David. Let's tell you what. Let's just calm down and have a drink. I'm going to open a tuber for you so you can see exactly what you get. And don't forget, these tubers, you can keep them year after year as long as you keep them frost free. Let's start with Pure Happiness. Pure Happiness. I should have looked up really what these colours were, shouldn't I? I didn't. You can all search that. Just go on Google or Farmer Gracie's site and look up Pure Happiness. And this is what you get in the bag. And they're obviously grown in the Netherlands in nice sandy soil, very sandy soil. So here we have it, and this is the tuber. The tubers are basically sort of enlarged roots, and I think you can see here at the top there is the stem. That's where the plant would have grown last year, and this is its root base. So what we need to do is to bury this into the pot. I am going to use these large square pots for this exercise because they're so big. But what I need to do is put that in there. It's not going to be the stem needs to be slightly out the pot, but in this case it's not going to be in the center because the tubers are so large. So we're just going to use this reusable compost and just fill this pot like so. Tap it down. Make sure all the tubers are buried and you've just got the root stem shooting. Then what would happen around this stem here, you'll get lots of shoots, and that will be the new plant for this summer. So you know what I'm going to say next, what I must do, and because all the tubers look the same, you can't identify the plant from the tuber. So what I must do is do a label. I'm just going to use my lollipop sticks at the moment. Because these are special plants, I might make you some, oh, it's a peach coloured one. Thank you for looking up, Sally. Well done. Well done, boss. The next one, Sally, to look up while we're doing this is Dahlia Rembrandt. Rembrandt. R-E-M-B-R-A-N-D-T. Right, so this is Pure Happiness. Dahlia. I'll write Dahlia on there. I know what it is, don't I? Dahlia. Pure Happiness. 5th of the 4th. Put that in there. I'll put it so the label's facing the outside because they get quite a lot of growth, and this will flower this year. So there you go, all that needs is watering and keeping frost free, so it will probably be brought on in the greenhouse or the polytunnel. Morning Valerie, hope you're well. That's a Pure Happiness peach colour Dahlia. Thank you, Sally, for looking that up. Hopefully Sally is now looking up Rembrandt. And we'll get another pot over here. There you go, another square pot partly filled with recyclable compost. And let's undo this one, see what we've got here then. Rembrandt. I always find it quite exciting to look at these tubers to see what the quality is. And in my opinion, normally farmer grows good birds. Yes, Ray, I ought to be getting sponsorship, and I don't mind really. I mean, there's lots of companies out there that. Now this one's interesting. This is going to be perfect in this pot. But if you can, isn't it interesting how David gets so excited over plants and tubers and bulbs and seeds and whatever it is. A beautiful pink one, my favourite colour. Thank you, Sally. So this is Rembrandt. Now you can see at the top of the junction between the old stem and the tubers, can you see all the little shoots starting to come? This is going to be a superb plant. Anyway, so it's exactly the same. Ray is sitting there saying, David, get your gloves on. Yes, I'm getting them on, Ray. Morning, Georgie. I hope you're well, and congratulations on the news Mum told me yesterday. Right, here we go. So we're just going to fill this with this recyclable compost. Looks as if David got just about enough. Might have to top it up with a bit of this. I'm going to actually. So there you go. So this is Rembrandt, a lovely pink one. Beautiful. Potted up here on Easter Sunday. Happy Easter to you all. There you go, Rembrandt. So the stem is just sticking out the top. And now, if you plant these, if you buy tubers, that's exactly how you plant them in the garden. What I'm doing here is I'm making it easy for you because I'm growing the tubers. Morning, Babs, hope you're all right. I'm growing the tubers on in these pots. All you then have to do is take them home, take them out of the pot, dig a hole big enough and just put them in the garden. Now, a lot of gardeners remove tubers, dahlia tubers, every winter. So they sort of, they keep them dry in a frost-free shed. Personally, I don't. I cover mine with a tarpaulin and straw to protect them. And I find, you know, I've got over 200 dahlias. I'm not going to dig everyone up, so I'm doing that, and it's to be honest with you, it's working all right for me. So that's what we do. What I must do, just have a look at the bag to remind myself how to spell Rembrandt. Not a simple spelling, is it? We just need to write a label for that. Dahlia Rembrandt. So I've gone quiet because I'm concentrating. And the date, the 5th of the 4th. There you go. All sorted. That is going to be an absolutely superb plant. well worth £5 in the summer. That would be superb. Pink flowers. So that's just a couple. And if I just look at my receipt here and just they say they give you a nice little package of how to grow dahlias, and there's a postcard here as well. They're quite professional. If I just read out the names so that you can all look them up if you wish, and you can play this video back to remember the names. So I've got Impression Flamenco, Elaine Mimorn, Valesco, Frost Nip, Liquid Desire, Mondrian, Striped Nagano, Sturm Sweet Nicole, and the ones that we've just done, which is Pure Happiness and Rembrandt. And they will all be available on the stall in the summer, hopefully in flower. Well, you will get flowers this year. They'll be superb plants. So I've got 2 boxes. I've got well, I've obviously got 60 of those to plant up. That's going to take be quite good, Sally, because it will be taking up a lot of the weed. Morning, Tanya. Hope you're well. See you later. It'll be used in a lot of the recycled compost. Whew, so that's we've done pampas, strawberries, and dahlias. We're getting through a lot of things today. The other thing, just to tell you, this I need to top up the compost. This compost I've been using, it's actually from Aldi of all places, just down the road, and it's a little bit cheaper, smaller sized bags, which are only 40 litres, but they're more manageable to lift. There you go, Ray. I could be getting sponsorship from Aldi as well. All this free advertising these companies are getting, eh? Yeah, there you go. Whatever. How are we doing for time? Up's 9, so we're okay. I've got a couple of other things to do. One thing is sweet peas. It's really late, but you know, David's been busy bargain alley. Yeah, what you're talking about daily, so quite right, bargain, £5 each. Anyway, so these are the 20 trays, 5x4. I fill this with this lovely new compost, and I just put 1 seed in each. The reason I grow the sweet peas like this to start with is so they take up less room in the greenhouse. You can't guarantee everyone's going to grow, which is the beauty of what the plant stall provides you with, really. When you get a plant on the stall, it's growing. I've done all the hard work, really. I've got the seeds, I've got the bulbs, I've got them all growing. All you've got to do is just transfer them to your pots or garden, and you know that they're going to grow. What I have the problem with is when I put a bulb in or sow the seed or whatever, no guarantees it's going to grow, and I do get failures. Oh yeah, sorry ducks, I did forget the gloves, didn't I? Yeah. Oh, well, not to worry. Well spotted, Susan. That should be a competition on this live feed, shouldn't it? Is David wearing the gloves? Right. So sweet peas. I've already sown some of these. These are a variety called Incense, and there's the seed. I don't know whether you can see it in my hand. Just small, round, sort of very small, sort of pea-shaped, as it would be being a pea. David. Anyway, right. And I just put 1 in each, like this. Now, because there's 20 here, I know it's not going to fill the seed tray. So what I'm doing is I'm working from left to right, and it's worked out nicely because I've got exactly 3 rows, so I've got 12 seeds here. So perhaps that packet had 20 plus 12, I don't know, I can't remember the tray. Can you see the seeds in the just sitting there in the tray? And then all I do is with my pen, my permanent marker pen. It's all very technical this, but I just push the seed in like that. Just push it about 3/4 of an inch below the surface. Oh, my stomach's rolling. I'll tell you why my stomach's rolling. Now, I've not had any breakfast. What I had to do this morning was pick up loads of plants on the drive and trays, and oh, it's just a bit of a nightmare really after last night's win. But you know, there you go. So I've done those 3 rows. Now what I mustn't forget to do is put a label in, and because I've got a partly filled tray, I'm going to put a label at the start. So I put sweet pea, incense mix, 5th of the 4th. Put one in there. I'll put a little arrow to show it's going that way. And I'll put sweet pea. So I've gone quiet again because I'm concentrating. Incense mix, 5th of the 4th, with a little arrow going that way. So I know that those 3 rows are incense peas. Now what I need to do is fill these last 8. That's that packet of seed empty. And this is a problem, isn't it, Sally? David keeps everything, including these empty seed packets. Why? Well, sometimes I need to refer to them. Sometimes people ask questions about them. They've got the details. I tried to do photos and put them on my page, which is the best thing to do. They're under, if you ever look on my page, the page you're on now, it's under a folder called albums, which you can find on your phone or on your computer. And if you look in there, you will find lots of seed packets, front and back, what I've posted over the years. This one is a perennial. This is everlasting mix. So this is the everlasting sweet pea, which is slightly different to the others, which are an annual one. So this is the everlasting one. And I'm just putting the seed in again. There you go. I didn't get that quite right. I put 9 out instead of 8. So put that other one back in the packet. Then just turn the packet over. That means I know that there's seed in there, stopping them coming out. Put that to the other side because that's going to need a bit more attention later on when we come to the next tray. And then again, see the seed, just push them in like that. That seed was a slightly lighter colour to the last ones, which were quite dark. There you go. Look at all this tender loving care, even given to a sweet pea at this early stage in its life. I think if you love plants, you love everything related to plants. A bit odd really, isn't it? A bit strange, but I don't think it's strange. I think it's quite nice. There you go. So that is, what did I say it was? It's an everlasting mix. I need to do a couple of labels for that, front and back. Just do that. Sometimes if you get a label like that where it's sort of slightly grained, I just turn it and do it the other end so it's nice and smooth. Sweet pea, everlasting mix. Fifth of the 4th, and another one in there, sweet pea, everlasting mix. Don't know whether you can hear my wind chimes in the distance, they're blowing away. It's still a little bit windy this morning, but nothing like it was yesterday. There you go, all that needs then, David didn't bring a sprayer in, so it doesn't matter, I'll do it later. So that's a pot of sweet peas, tray of sweet peas already sown. I just need to be put in the greenhouse and watered regularly, and hopefully we'll soon get some new growth. I'm just wondering what else to show you very quickly. I'll just remind you of the tomatoes. This is a moneymaker variety, and I think, as I showed you last week, in terms of pricking out, now what I do is I get one of these standard 3.5 inch pots. I fill it right to the top, and I use my super dibber, or I've got this super duper stainless steel dibber, which found when Sally was helping tidy up my greenhouse. And I just gently, holding the leaf, just gently pull out a seedling like that, dib in the centre of the pot like that, and just gently firm the compost around the plant, pushing it down slightly in the pot. And that just needs another label. As you can see, a lot of my time is spent writing labels. I think I've bought over 30,000 labels since I started doing this, but there you go. So this is tomato moneymaker, and I always put the date on from the date when I sown the seed, which was the 22nd of March. What I'm bothered about with all these young plants, not just moneymaker, not just tomatoes, I've got Rebecca's, they're growing quite well, but all of these plants actually are quite slow. If you go to the nurseries etc. now and see all of these plants, they're probably grown in heated polytunnels in the fens. And yes, Sally, I won't forget. Yes, I forgot the gloves again. Oh dear. Anyway, I must get on, because I'm going to put that in there, and that will give a bit of water, and we'll see how that's getting on next week. It probably won't have changed much at all. We're just still getting into the growing season. It's still very cold at nights, and the plants don't like it. I'm just going to put my gloves on before I get told off again. Good morning, Sandra. Oh dear. Right, I'm going to put my gloves on, and we'll just finish. Because it's Easter, we'll just finish with a nice little arrangement. I've only got a couple of minutes according to the clock. Here's a nice little bowl. Just needs a wipe down when we're finished. And I'm just going to plant up a couple of the last daffodils. They're not going to last too long because of the season, but Easter's then come quite late this year. So this is a polyanthus. The reason it's polyanthus is it's got a long stem with all the shoots at the top. The primrose has the single flowers coming out the base of the plant. This one has a main stem with the little plant things at the top. We'll use compost here from Aldi. Another plug for you, Aldi. I hope you're watching. I wonder whether the bosses of Aldi actually watch things like this. Or I wonder whether Monty Don's watching. Alan Titchmarsh. They could be, couldn't they? But it's not quite the same, is it? Not quite the same. I'm on my own here. I don't have a film crew, but I'm doing my best, and I hope you're enjoying it. That leaf at the bottom, which looks a bit scraggly, I'll take that off, like so. So I'm going to stick a couple of daffodils in there. We've got the polyanthus in the middle, and then I've got some beautiful pansies. They're beautiful flowers, although the plant's not brilliant, but we'll just sort of cover that a bit with a compost, David. Like that, and we'll do another one at the back. It's all yellow, really. Yellow for Easter. Easter's, I'm not too sure why. Perhaps somebody watching could answer that question. Why does Easter get associated with yellow? Perhaps it's the yellow for the chicks, the little chicks that we see. I don't know. I'm sort of waffling on a bit now, but there you go. That is a lovely Easter arrangement. We really need a... We'll just flick this back. Super duper by magic. We've got a nice blue butterfly to go in there. And if I get time, I'll just line it with a bit of moss. And that will be on the stool later this morning. And I think that's quite a nice way of saying Happy Easter, everyone. Hope you've enjoyed watching from the potting shed, and we'll see you again next week, same time. I'll just move the camera to the garden as we end so you can see what a lovely view I get sitting here. And have a great Easter Sunday, everyone, and see you same time, same place next week. Bye for now.